Alright, I've got some favourites from June and July that I want to talk to you guys about. I've written it down and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've been loving. First off, fashion. I didn't really do that much with fashion these past 2 months. It's just kind of been re-wearing what I have, and I've got a lot of stuff already. So the only thing that I really want to show you guys is this new coat that I've been wearing to death. This is the classic coat in the camel color from the Curated. It's really beautiful, super soft, and I have been wearing it to and from work the majority of my days, and I've been loving it. It's a really beautiful oversized fit, especially when I put my hands in my pocket. It's got like a really nice gathering on the sleeves, and I've gotten a lot of compliments, and I think it's really suitable for any of you shorter girls because the sleeves are cropped. At least the ones that I did get are of a crop sleeve, so they fall like really nicely. They don't kind of hang over my hand, and the length is really nice too. So overall it's been perfect, really warm. It's a organic cashmere wool blend, I believe, and it's really warm for the Australian winter. The only thing that I don't use as much as I thought I would is the tie, because it's not attached to the coat. It's a separate tie that you kind of tie around the waist and gathers, so it looks really beautiful tied in. It's a really nice shape on the body, but practicality wise it's kind of like slips and slides a little bit when you do move. But I believe that they have taken on feedback and they're making adjustments to the next range of coats that they're going to be producing. Onto beauty. I've got a couple things in the beauty category, and first up I want to talk to you guys about the Banila & Co cleansing balm. This is a repurchase and I'm so happy with this repurchase. So for the past few months I've been using Glossier's Milky Jelly, which I am not a fan of. I really wanted to like it, but I'm not a fan because I have to like wet my face and kind of like put the product in my face and work it in. So that just was a lot of effort that I didn't want to do at the end of the day. So I thought about repurchasing the Banila cleansing balm, and it is just amazing. So it's like this solid form in the jar, but when you kind of take a little bit out and work it into your skin, it melts into like a cleansing oil, and it removes everything. It removes my tubing mascara, it removes my eyeliner, and it works really well with a cleanser afterwards for double cleansing. My next favorite is the Sun & Park Beauty Water. I didn't expect to love this as much as I do, and I got a little kind of tester product to try it out, and I love it. I've only been using it for the past week, but I thought it would be worthy of a mention. And I got some K-beauty stuff from Beauty Glow, and I wanted to hit the free postage mark, so I was like, oh, I'll try this toner, and it's great. I have been using it as a first step toning thing in the morning, so I just get a cotton pad and I just kind of wipe my face, and it takes off so much dirt. I think it is quite multi-purpose as well, I believe, so you can use it as a toner, you can use it as micellar water, you can use it as like a hydrating face mist. And I guess the thing I really like about this is that it's a really hydrating toner. My other toners were starting to kind of dry me out, so I just stopped using them, but this one has been really nice, not irritating, and not obtrusive to my skincare routine. So I'm really interested to kind of try out the bigger bottle as well and see how this one goes, because I really like it. And then the last thing I wanted to mention in beauty was kind of something that has been on my radar, but I never really kind of started the initiative to do it. Sunscreen has been a big push in my life, so I have been using, this is the Innisfree Perfect UV Protection Essence, and it's SPF 50, and then this has been like my all over sunscreen, and this is the sunscreen lotion from We Are Feel Good, and this I keep in my bag whenever we go like outdoor climbing on the weekends or anything, because I think SPF 50, especially in the Australian sun, is just like your minimum, and just trying to prevent that aging, prevent that skin cancer is just what I'm all about at the moment, and trying to be, I guess, more aware of things in the long run. So yes, sunscreen is so important, guys. SPF 50, nothing less. So TB, I've been watching a lot of Netflix and Stan, and my absolute favorite would have to be this show called Formula One Drive to Survive. And yes, I'm really into Formula One racing at the moment, and that show just completely got me hooked. It is an amazing piece of storytelling, cinematography, and just a really good deep dive into just the industry of Formula One racing. Yeah, I was thoroughly hooked. I finished it in 2 days, and I have been following along this year's season because the season on Netflix at the moment is following the 2018 season. You get to know most of the drivers that are in the race and how they got there and what their story is. So this year I know a majority of who's racing, and following along and just kind of seeing them kind of progress from last year is really interesting. I think watching some of the racing videos on YouTube just doesn't give it enough credit on how much work the producers and cameramen got in this show. They make it really, really exciting. So highly recommend. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. For music, I've been working on my Winter 19 playlist. I do have it on my Spotify if anyone is curious to check it out. It's kind of just me dumping all my songs that I really like for that season, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And I have been really loving this singer from New Zealand called Benee. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's from New Zealand. She's like a teenager. She's so cool, and the way her voice is just so incredible. It's like dark and husky, but it's also, she sings kind of like pop music. So yeah, I am thoroughly blown away by her, and I believe she's coming to Sydney at the end of the year, so I'm going to try and get a ticket to listen to her live. I'll probably like melt from her voice in real life, but yeah, she has some pretty incredible songs already. So I think Soaked was one of the bigger hits of last year, and Glitter is a new one, and I just love jamming to her songs. She's such a cool girl. She's like what I wanted to be when I was a teenager, but I just like didn't cut it.
Soaked up in my brain for another day. These things I'm trying to say.
What else? There's been one song. It's called Summertime in Paris by Jaden, and it's got Willow, his sister, on the track as well. But it's one of those songs where you can just kind of visualize the whole song in video form. I don't know if anyone else has that, but when I was listening to this, I can just kind of visualize the colors, the mood, the vibe, what I wanted to kind of capture if I ever made a video for this song, and it just makes me feel so nice and relaxed and just chill.
Summertime is meant to fall out like a fall asleep and stare at your eyes.
Alright, a super random favorite that I want to slot in to this video is my new climbing shoes. I made a bouldering video, and I guess climbing has been a big part of my life this year, and it's something that I enjoy doing and I feel really strong, but it doesn't feel like I'm working out. It kind of feels like I'm just trying to solve a problem and kind of get to the top. So it's been a sport that I have really gotten into and really enjoyed. These are the Scarpa Vapor V women's climbing shoe, I believe. I got them last week and I'm still breaking them in, but they're a little bit dusty because I've been trying to break them in so they don't hurt as much, but they're like super retro and they remind me of a watermelon. And with climbing shoes, you kind of go in and just try a bunch on to see how they fit your feet. There were some ones that I really wanted, but they didn't have my size in, so it's kind of like up to fate to give you what your shoe is. Kind of like Harry Potter and getting a wand, but not. On to my favorite of them all, the snacks. I think I got the most verbal feedback from my last favorites video about just the snacks, the cheddar popcorn that I was talking about, so I've decided to use this as a little ongoing thing. So my favorite of these 2 months has been the Arnott's Scotch fingered chocolate block, and I saved one last piece so I could show you guys what it looks like. I ate the entire thing and had to like put all my self-control in not eating the last piece so I could show you guys, but it is so great. Scotch fingers are my favorite biscuits, and they're just great with a cup of tea, and to mix them with milk chocolate is heaven on earth. It's a great ratio between biscuit and chocolate, and I've always struggled with eating chocolate on its own. I'm not that much of a sweet tooth. Give me fries, I'll eat a lot, but chocolate, I will kind of like eat 3 pieces and I'm kind of done. But these, I have been eating these blocks like wildfire. It is nuts. No self-control whatsoever. So I'm really hoping that they don't stop this collaboration anytime soon, because it is so good. And I'll just show you guys what the piece looks like. So this is what it looks like. This is what the last piece looks like. And you can kind of see that there's quite a lot of biscuit remnants inside of it. And it is like nice and crunchy and textural. I'll show you guys the cross section. There's a lot of biscuit to chocolate ratio. And it's great. I love it. So those were my favorites. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your opinions, your advice, what you've been loving for the past couple months. And I'll have a chat with you in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!